shit, I didn't know that was on. What are we looking at today? Guns, guns, guns. But we also have some beer. Try to make sure we break as many of the community guidelines as possible. This is SABRO IPA from Fulton, Minnesota made. This one was from the Crazy Scotsman, and I'm going to give this silly thing a try again from Jolson.
Yeah, you got it for once.
Problem is, if you go too violent, you create a volcano.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's beer that smells like beer. Definitely IPA. Looks like it's somewhat unfiltered. Cheers.
Looks good. Cheers. Thank you, Jolson.
Crazy Scotsman.
Crazy Scotsman of it.
The funny thing is the beer that the Scotsman gave me is from Minnesota. Jolson's from Minnesota. Scotsman is not. Actually, it's not bad. It's definitely packed with a lot of flavor.
I was gonna say it like another IPA.
Just one of those regular old IPAs.
That's good.
A few things. I know this will come as a shock to you, but we're sort of pressed for a little bit of time. He's got his son, so he doesn't have all day. So I'll show you a few of the items that were in the battle box tomorrow. Otherwise, Matt's got his gun a lot farther along. Still trying to figure out some way to get a little color through that area.
Yeah.
The what was it? Was it Gunwild with the blue panels?
I can't find any panels. What I did find was I could put the thing in from JP, but that's
The dissipator.
yeah. That's I don't know how realistic that is, but I could do it.
Oh, you mean
Oh, you even got the blue ones,
like
you
this,
bastard.
like that one?
I should just take them off your gun.
See, I'm not sure if that would work on yours because if you take this handguard off and then take the heat dissipator off of it, the barrel isn't true like yours.
Yeah, no, I've seen that.
It bellies and comes back down.
Yep, this should fit. When I was online on JP, it said they'll fit any other, 308 Winchester barrel, or they should. Yeah, just blowing off my face.
Look, anybody that just watches the video, it looks bad. There's 3 feet separation between where this is lining up and you, but right now it's like, Matt.
I'm gonna take you out. Just say one wrong word.
Okay, as long as I'm already holding this in my hand, I have to see.
Alright.
I'll trade you for a moment, because I know it's not a similar deal. Oh, yeah.
You gotta, what the hell was it? I want to say that goes behind it. I want to say this goes over that. Is it in?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
no, it's flipped down where it's supposed to be, I believe. So, in case it falls, let's let it fall on a mat. I have dropped my my other one. In the 24-inch build, it's definitely a lot tighter, but yeah, there you go. Voting from the rooftops. Yep, yeah, we're gonna come for your guns. Oh yeah?
Say hello to my little friend.
What day will that be exactly? Yeah.
You have about 10 friends just posted up, corner to corner.
Well, everything that piece of shit libtard Democrat is bubbling out of his asshole is unconstitutional. So all I say, go ahead and try.
Well, that's why I figured I'd order one of these before they fucking take those and put those on
But I have a question.
no possession order.
I have a question.
What's that?
It's one thing when companies are forced to stop selling a particular item. What do you do if you find out that is the same conviction as having an M16 in your possession? Like, say, the bump stock. And I believe probably sooner than later the Echo Triggers will also be. Because if you ask me personally, go fuck yourself is my answer to taking either of those items.
Mm-hmm.
But in truth, the bump stocks are just total fucking shit. I mean, there's no accuracy. I don't even like the way it looks. It just looks like a piece of shit.
Oh no, it does look ugly, but still, you can spray out a lot of rounds. I mean, if you're in a crowd, I think that's what they're more worried about.
Yet the only time, and this is implied, was the Las Vegas shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, if it came right down to it, there isn't even a millisecond in my thought process. Would you rather have an Echo Trigger or a bump stock? Echo Trigger.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
I mean, you can put just about as many rounds out with the Echo Trigger than you can with the bump stock, and it's going to be a lot more accurate.
Hell of a lot more accurate. I think Christopher, and I don't even know if he was trying to give him, to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't even know if Christopher was trying when we were up at Dead On. It looked like at 25 yards he put all 30 rounds on a paper target.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you're talking about two different ergonomics or dynamics happening there. One of them is the same as putting your finger through your belt loop. You push away on the gun goes off, it comes back at you, and you push it away, and it goes off again, so on and so forth. With the Echo Trigger, it's the same dynamics as a regular shooting. You know, if you're going to shoot, obviously shooting fast, there's a inherent accuracy issue, but still, Christopher still showed that you could probably, with little to no practice with an Echo Trigger, put 30 rounds on a human-sized silhouette target.
Oh yeah, easily.
You know, on the bump stock, especially like say Jeremy's with his AK. Yeah, I mean you flinch up just a little bit and it misfires, and you basically have to clear the gun in order to start again, or at least you have to recharge the weapon in order to get it to fire again. So I think that's looking pretty sharp. And the only thing different since the last time I showed you the Mosin is I added the enhanced butt pad on it. First of all...
Well, you did the sling too.
I didn't get to that yet.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I blew up.
Since they saw it.
Okay.
I put the enhanced buttstock on it because I wanted a little bit more throw, and I'm not going to lie, it's not a 22, so it's got a little bit of kick. So heck, whoever would say, that was too comfortable and easy to shoot? I'd like some spikes mounted in the back of the stock, and then of course after being inspired by Matt's smatching color choices, I decided I wanted to do a red and black sling to go along with the red and black stock, and I found this on eBay for I think it was $14, and it's the only bitch is of course it came directly from China, and it took like three weeks to get it. Other than that,
this is the same old other than this. I don't know who sent it, but if you can see that there, thank you.
Yeah, we're both talking about what
how loud they're gonna be.
I want him to shoot it because I've stood next to him outside and of course up at the range. Pretty much all action stops in the next 4 lanes when you squeeze the trigger. First of all, people are like this as they're watching the dust settle. Yeah, I have no idea who sent that to you. I think it was. I think it might have been an eBay item. It just showed up in an undisclosed package.
That'll happen.
Yesterday I got a package from Johnny Watson. This is the Hedonist is the company that I was introduced to by Bulwark 1911. He sent me a bunch of really good hot peppers. Well, the Hedonist is the company that puts out the videos on YouTube called The Hot Ones. and they do cooking videos, but they also have a series where he interviews famous people, and they eat 10 chicken wings, and it starts off fairly mild and works its way all the way up to the last dab. And Johnny sent me a pack that they have out right now. Here's the funny thing is, Johnny, is I actually ordered this bottle for myself the day that it was available, and something like 3 weeks later you decided to do something nice for me, and guess which one showed up? Not mine. So we've got this one, and I would say this one's kind of a garlic vinegar. I instantly thought of like Tex-Mex kind of a seasoning with this one. Then there's their classic. This was like one of the very first ones in the lineup when they do their interviews, and I like both these because they bring a really good flavor and some heat. Then, if you just want to light your asshole on fire, this is what was last year's last sauce, the Last Dab Carolina Reaper Special Edition. And if you compare with the Last Dab that I have upstairs, this one looks a lot more red, and the other one looks a little bit more like mustard. So what I can tell you is I like the flavors of both of these, and this one...
just outrageously hot.
This one, I could not even get my finger to the clump because both of these are fairly watery, where this is like a paste. All I did was basically wiped the glass and then went like that and went... Yeah, it's hot as hell. And of course they have the heat in this sticker, and this one, which I also think is pretty cool.
I do like that one.
Flaming cack. Then, today, and I want to say thank you, but I honestly don't know who sent it. I got a package in the mail from a name I don't recognize, and there was a bottle of Atomic Blast.
I think that's probably going to be a little hot.
A bottle of Southernmost Sauce. This one's out of Key West, Florida. Texas Champagne Cayenne Pepper Sauce.
This is only habanero. This shouldn't be too bad.
Bahama Bob's Habanero Pepper Sauce. This is actually produced in Minnetonka.
Hey, I should get a hold of one of my buddies. He's made sauce from, he's down in Minneapolis. Craig's, have you had Craig's hot sauce?
No, but I think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
This one's out of New Orleans, and it's jet black, and it's called Voodoo Gator, and it comes with...
It's kind of a neat little
Black Magic.
keychain.
It's called Black Magic. And last, and I saved it for last, the hottest fucking sauce. I haven't opened up or tried any of these because I literally opened the package about 10 minutes before Matt showed up. So thank you whoever sent those. I will definitely be opening them up and giving them a try. I now have an entire shelf in the refrigerator dedicated.
I was gonna say, it seems like these guys are trying to say something to you. Either you really like hot sauce, or
die,
or they want more sauce when they're visiting.
The thing is I'm not friends with anybody that has come to visit so far that takes it to the same level as me. Maybe if Mark Peace comes up here, I will seriously be outmatched. Mark told me he just had the ghost pepper chips from Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can eat them without having to reach for the fire extinguisher. Well, at least I can. And Mark said that he barely even noticed that there was heat to them.
Ooh.
So Mark says...
I mean, I think I was eating them, but I was sipping some juice with it.
So do I. I like them with salsa. Not a super ass hot salsa, because the chip is already doing that for you.
Yeah.
But Mark says that he's broken, and he might be.
He's broken.
First was Joey Cuz saying first, and Aunt Kat gave him some kudos. Second was Sonoran Desert Prepper. Wow, still on top of his game. And then he realized that, he wasn't first, so he said, fucking Joey. Salty Shellback was turd. And of course, your name came up quite a bit last night because we were partaking in the microwavable pork rinds. And evidently, I didn't know this, Jim is a huge fan of pork rinds. Almost every time he's ever at the store, he says he buys another bag and consumes them. So it's not going to show up on time because right now, today, is the horny one himself, the Hornet Fixer. It is Jim's birthday. So happy 67th birthday, Jim. I might be off a day or so.
I was gonna say that young, huh?
On that. Yeah, I think I might have undershot it. So today is Jim's birthday. A big happy birthday, and I want to thank Johnny Watson for the inspiration, because I ran over and I grabbed 4 bags of the microwave pork rinds, and I was gonna on Monday ship it out to Jim, and Johnny goes, "Are those the Lowry's ones?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, they're not very expensive. I found a whole box on Amazon." So I went to the same place that Johnny did and I ordered them, and Jim will be getting them tomorrow. Seems how he is having a week-long birthday celebration, it should all work out.
That's how I do my birthdays. Gotta go for the week.
Just go for the whole shit and caboodle.
Take some vacation and just not worry about a damn thing.
That'd be nice. Speaking of Jim, he's got the next comment with fags. Oh, I just love how now that anytime you guys use profanity, it has to now be approved by me. Multi-gun man, the anal penetration, we schedule that in advance, okay? Speaking of that, I got my letter from the hospital. They want me to call. See, I think my phone's rang a few times, but I just assumed it was the collection company through the Essentia, so I didn't answer. Well, yeah, they both want to do the same thing.
They want to
fuck me in my ass, so I have to schedule that. I have never had, at 52, I have never had the...
I haven't either, and I don't think I really want to.
Jim can do it for you the next time he's up.
I'm almost just as good with dying young from colon cancer than... I don't want to have to be old and say that I was fingered by another dude. I'd rather be young and die knowing that...
It's just a camera now.
I don't fucking care what. That's an exit only in my book.
You know, it's funny you say that. You know, going down to Holiday to get the Powerball ticket so I can retire this weekend.
Yeah.
And you know, when you go down the avenue, there's a big sign that says exit only. Yep. If that sign wasn't this high off the ground, I want to have Christine take a picture of me pressing my butt against the sign.
You gotta just crop it right so you can step on a stool.
Yeah. Jose, PhD 27, 4th. What? Microwave piggy puffs.
Yeah, I just heard about that last night.
I had another. They were actually really good with that Mega Blast Reaper sauce.
Hot sauce.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to whoever sent that to. If you want proof, yes, you watched me put it on a chip. I can actually drink it straight from the bottle. It is not the last dab for heat, but what it is it tastes good, and I poured about a half of that bottle across my breakfast this morning. That bottle will not be going bad before it's gone.
I'm not going to be here tomorrow, I'll tell you that. You'll be fucking shooting flames out your ass.
Rich, an early one. Hoot. Yeah. No comment. Yeah, I was having, you know, when you have that moment at work where you go, you know, I wouldn't even be here today if it wasn't for needing the money. And then an hour in, do I really need the money? And 2 hours in, I don't think I need the money. Went to lunch and never went back. Smile Money, 5th. Multi-Gunman is here. Gunwild is top 10 bitches. Nice sneaking this in during the radio show. Yeah, that's exactly when it went live, right as the show was starting. And the Gunwild, you are actually 6th. I forgot to. Jose PhD 27. Hey Eric, as being from California, I can tell you that we are ahead in getting screwed over by the big shot politicians. They need some nice ropes. You know what I mean. Absolutely. Again, I don't know why some people are so afraid to talk about this. If our founding fathers were here, there'd be a lot of people from Washington, D.C. hanging in a tree. It's called treason to the Constitution.
Fuck, there was just this guy, that went up against, I don't know what the hell he was doing. He was asking the senators, I think, maybe, senators to start standing down and not having, being in office year after year. He says it's a fucking joke. He says that was never supposed to happen.
No,
but if you watch it, there's like a 5-minute clip of him just talking about all the poor things about it, and it was pretty interesting.
I personally believe, and I've made this comment multiple times to everybody, I believe our founding fathers looked at it.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say you're splitting.
It was only 3.
Yeah.
Our founding fathers looked at it like jury duty. They
weren't supposed to be making a shit ton of money.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to be voting each other in.
This wasn't supposed to turn into a lifelong, fluffy career where you're given health care and you're now worth $1 million and you get security for the rest of your life. And
it was supposed to be real people that had to deal with the real American issues everyone else had to deal with.
But no, look at where it's at. I mean,
well, you could be Hillary Clinton and say you got $100 million, but we're not doing much better than anybody else.
Jose PhD 27 again. I hate needles, but otherwise selling blood don't sound too bad to make a little cash. Yeah, I was speculating.
I used to do that. And now I just look like a fucking druggie anytime anyone looks at me. They're like, what's that from? Wouldn't you like to know?
Well, I was wondering how long it would take me to get a Chris Vector 10mm if it was only purchased with money that I got from giving plasma.
So you make like $300 a month. The first month or two will actually be more because they want to, recruit people. So you actually make a lot more in your first month. You'll probably make like $400.
So it'd take me 4 months to get a Vector.
Yeah.
Off of my blood money. I bought this with blood money.
Yeah.
Hey.
I did it through college.
Hey, when Schweitzer was living here, he still actually might. I mean, his only job was to go give blood.
Yeah.
Because he was doing what he's supposed to do and fixing himself. Steven, speaking of Steven, different Steven, set up a cruise, sure. Send me to the eye of the closest hurricane. I bet you Peter could, and Peter, I didn't get a chance to smoke. I am going to, depending on how fast he has to go, he might even be out there when it's happening, but I am going to be lighting up the same cigar that you were smoking yesterday during the brew review. El Tenda. Hola, guys! El Tenda, you really gotta quit with all these porn videos that you're doing over there at Krebs. Aunt Keck, crap. Aunt Keck, Joey showed up. Aunt Keck, anyone else wishing they could throat punch Beto Beta or kick him in his vagina? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about that peon insect anti-American that's running for president. What really discourages me is when he blurted out how I will be taking your AR-15s and AK-47s. How the whole audience lit up and started applauding. So who are the losers that they bring to these debates? Aunt Keck, love it when you call me prick. Yeah, he had me do a shot of grappa, and I wasn't I'm still not really excited about it because grappa is basically like
I don't want any of it.
certified moonshine instead of just made in a kettle in Agent Chaos's backyard.
It's only 40% though. I thought it'd be a little stronger from your description. I'm sure it tastes quite heavy.
Have you not tried it?
No, I told you. The way you're describing it, I sure as hell want some.
It's grape moonshine. It's moonshine made with grapes. It's. I like how I could tell you were looking at it and contemplating it for about a half a second.
I don't know.
Well, I hate it so much that if you do one, I will too.
Oh, yeah, you must really hate it if you're trying to twist my arm for one.
Hey, it's clear and it's alcohol. Let's put it this way: it's not gin. I personally.
I'd rather have gin.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Where is it? Oh, right behind it. I got you the good stuff.
Oh yeah, Tanqueray.
And Keck, remember our rights are not from the government nor the Constitution. We were born with them. They are inalienable. They can amend, erase, whatever they want. Our rights will never go away. The problem is, Aunt Keck, as you well know, if people like us don't stand up and verify and prove and show our... The problem is everybody seems to want to back down. It's exactly the story I told you guys about when everybody at work said, we're sick and tired of getting manipulated and taken advantage of by the owner. We need to stand up next meeting. We're going to stand up, right?
And they were fucking quiet as shit next meeting.
When the owner said, is there anything else we need to discuss? And everybody looked at me and I went, yeah, I don't think it's fair that we have to, they wanted to expand our service area to the Iron Range, but not pay us to get there. So if you had an 8-hour day and, or it was now going to be a 10-hour day because you had to drive an hour and a half, and yeah. And so I spoke my word, and he got all pissed off, and the veins started popping out in his head, and he's like, blah, 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 when I was a contractor, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what? Our workload was so big, there was no reason we had to expand our area. It was simply because people were calling and wanted our company's reputation was so high that they wanted us to take their jobs up there. And he looks around and he goes, anybody else feel this way? And I couldn't fucking believe it. Cue the crickets. Nobody said a goddamn thing. There I was with my underwear pulled over my head and a dick in my mouth. So I believe that's sort of what happens. I mean, I know I can go down the list of people right here, and I can tell you strongly who would be in the fucking van. Clyde, right off the top. And of course Jim, because it's his fucking van. You know, there.
You're just calling them all out on your show.
I'm just saying, there's guys, you know, if the shooting started, they'd be more than happy to stand up for the Constitution because there's so many pussies in the. I mean, if it wasn't for people like us, the pussies would all be on trains heading for the ovens by now. And Keck, medical malpractice kills 200,000 people, or 200,000 plus Americans. And I'm sure that's per year. But yeah, we're going on and on about, you know, and the funny thing is each year, how many people are killed with an AR-style assault weapon?
Listen, you're being rude. You're fake news. You're fake news. Stop being rude. You're fake news.
Versus a pistol. Pistols are used in murders, or
a lot more murders.
A lot higher than rifles, but you know, yeah. Well, it won't be long. First they'll try for the ARs and the AKs, and then they'll go for the bolt guns, and then they'll go for the pistols, and then it'll be knives. And then when murders are still happening with rocks, we just won't be able to defend ourselves against the tyrannical government. Smile money. Biden wants you to put your kids to bed with not even a turntable, but back to a record player with a little Louis Armstrong. Yeah, so this is a guy where the last of debate, he referenced a phonograph and his teeth fell out. And the time before that, his eye started to bleed. Yeah, he's prime time. He's ready. I mean, he's probably more qualified than Obama was, though. Exactly what is going on when your eye starts to bleed?
I don't know.
Are you so pissed off while you're in your debate that you rupture and you start to hemorrhage out your eyeball?
That's not good. I would have stopped the debate and said he needs to get that looked at.
I don't even know what the outcome was. I've seen pictures. Smile money. Biden eye explodes. Teeth fall out. Damn. What's next? Nyhap says that he'd pay $20 to see him drop dead on stage.
That's fucked up.
I'd go for it. I'd go 40. Any takers? Smile money. Lots of drugs are illegal. Yet in Philly, they want safe, legal drug injection sites. Maybe they'll ban assault rifles, but give out free ammo. The real Cobra Burnout, not the fake one. Where's the fake one been? I'm not saying that I loved him anymore, but he definitely was more deviant. Very good to hear that John Solar 283 has archived Ed's channel. I've saved a few, but that's a big task to save the whole channel. Thank you, John. Yeah, and it's not the first time John has done this. I believe John also has Matt Reisner's Rise Arms. I think he has all of Matt's channel too. J-Dog is here. Wherever J-Dog is here. At least there's a global push in that direction. Go yet?
Okay.
Where are we? Could be worse. Just read and, stop talking and just read.
Alright.
The real Cobra Burnout. Anyone else hoping Biden wins the Democratic primary? I think Trump would destroy Sleepy Joe, but who knows at this point? Plus, he seems to be the least crazy of all the Democrats at this point. Thoughts? Maybe the least crazy, but he seems to be the one that has having some kind of a intellectual breakdown, or maybe it's just old age. I don't know. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren is definitely heading in that direction, Smile Money. Jolson, this video, it will not be getting any cowbell tonight. Sorry. As we speak, a quickie with Ms. B is being recorded upstairs, and I was told under penalty of death that there would be no cowbell. Sorry, Tardisius. Jolson, now that is a brew babe booty. Yeah, whenever I pick up some nice ass, it's definitely for you, Jolson. My hollow-less piece of shit point. If she puts you out of her house, you're done. You think so? Well, first of all, I can think of at least one guy that could easily use a renter, because he's got 2 empty rooms. I definitely clean better than his soon-to-be ex-wife. Well, actually,
Does he have a running toilet yet, though?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's back up. He's back up and going. There's no furnace in the house. That'll be my responsibility. I not only did I find it for him, but I will be putting it in. Wade, side boob always a pleasurable experience. Oh, yes. There's not you cannot underestimate the power of the side boob. Wade, again, as far as I'm concerned, the Liberal Democratic Party is a Hitler / Stalin hybrid, intent on destroying our country. Wade, it's fried pigskin. I don't want to know that. I guess I don't want to open the bag
I already know that.
before the microwave is turned on.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what that would look like.
Wade, you're going to wake up one day with your nuts glued to your forehead with no idea how it happened. You have no idea how many times I've treated men who pissed off a woman and then went to sleep. Hey, she's in my fucking area. She does not come down here and fuck with me in the man cave.
She sure does.
She's pretty good at it. I did give her a good parting shot when she yelled at me for making sure we didn't cowbell. So yeah, I'll put my list of demands out there. Steven, does Jolson have a barnyard fetish? With all of this cowbell mess, I bet he's left in a pile of baby batter at the end of every brew review. Okay, I'm moving on. Steven with a link to...
Rain Arms.
Yeah, the first thing that pops up is the...
Price. Price is the first thing.
I asked the question if anybody is making an AR chambered in 30-06. The answer is yes, for $2,254. Thank you, Steve. That has got to be one hell of a magwell. Oh, and it's a side charger, too. Steven, that is sexy. I don't know if I like the 30-06 round enough yet, because other than firing Ed's Grand, I've actually shot nothing that was chambered in 30-06. When I actually get to go take the big boy out there, I will definitely let you know. That is nice looking though. There's your next deer slayer.
Nah.
I mean, I'm pretty happy with 308. It could just be me.
Yeah, I'm pretty content with what I got.
Steven again, 100mm Banshee versus the Vector. The Vector, I think we have an extra, I'll self-correct. A 10mm Banshee versus the Vector. The Vector is a lot smaller package with more technology behind it. The Banshee is 1620 and the Vector is 1520 to 1600, depending on the brace. So there you go. I want the Vector, and I think I may actually consider the whole plasma technique.
Plasma technique.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lead money. That'd be great if you bring it up to dead on and have them actually laser engrave that on the side of my Vector. Blood money. Smart money. I do not like when you have domestic issues on video. Just evidence to use against you. Smart money. Eric, you have too many guns on your wish list. Life is short and you have an excellent collection. Shooting is the fun part. You can sell less plasma and buy more ammo. Well, right after the Vector. I promise I'm done.
Yeah, I fucking heard that 1,000 times before.
Hey, I don't have a rifle chambered in 10mm. It has to happen. It's my favorite caliber.
That's not even a rifle though. The Vector, isn't that still considered a pistol?
They have a rifle and a pistol version. But I would go with the pistol, so thanks for shitting on my Vector parade.
Sure.
I have.
Keeping it real.
I haven't had SOS since my military days. They even called it SOS on the menu. The civilian call it chipped beef and white sauce over toast. All branches of the military serve it, as well as sliders on Thursdays and fish every Friday. I'd like to think that what I've had in the past was better than the military version. Just saying. Chris is 77. I've been on a sour kick for my beers lately and love them. I live in West Michigan and no other place could be better for my beer options. No, Michigan is definitely a hotbed of very good beer stuff, and I really like the sours. I don't know. Strangely I like the dry bitter ones as much as the little bit sweeter and say more vibrant on the flavor ones. Jolson, what color Chris Vector? White, combat, gray, FDE, green, or black?
I'm going white. That's what I want.
In a 10mm, the first one I ever saw in a 10mm was white. And see, again, the Vector is unlike anything I have in my collection. and I also don't have white. Samantha might kill me because her graduation present was supposed to be a replica of the rifle, you know, a sort of a loose replica of the rifle from Shooter, Mark Wahlberg Shooter.
Yeah.
She wanted it white with some red blood splatter on it. Jim has offered to this moment in time to correct that for her, and now she's actually kind of teetering because she looks at it and goes, well, I've had it for all these years now and I've gotten used to it in black, but she goes, you could always make me another one. There you go. That apple didn't fall too far from the tree. Jolson, I don't understand why all the fuss over Matt's sister.
Thank you.
She looks okay, but not drop dead sexy.
Thank you. I'm not even insulted by that.
I don't have anything for her. She's nice. He's like, I don't even think she's nice. Pass her in the fucking hallway at 7 o'clock in the morning. Gunwild, it's the man cave, damn it. Yeah, yes it is. Gunwild, there are certain foods I ate so much of as a kid I refuse to eat them now, like SOS, spaghetti, and eggplant.
Oh, I don't like either of those myself.
Oh, here we are, 2 comments to go. Gunwild, yeah, the Chris Vector is a nice gun. I have shot the 45 ACP version, and it is a pleasure to shoot. I have not shot the 45, and I've been told from people that shot the 45 and something different like the 9, that for some weird reason the 9 felt snappier. I'm okay with snappy because I know there has to be some mitigation on the kick due to the fact that when you pull the trigger, the bolt carrier goes. If it was just going straight back like an AR, hell, it'd be a Banshee. I don't really. Well, I'd want the Banshee, but not before the Vector.
I don't know if I've ever seen the Banshee.
It just came out.
Okay.
So just all you have to do, CMMG Banshee 10mm. It's just it looks like Alicia, but it's a 10mm. It has the it has a dedicated lower that it's made to take the Glock mags.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the last comment before we go to the 200 Ale Club is pre-dawn death. Jeremy, just smoke in the basement, pussy.
Fuck that.
That's been happened. Yeah. You were here when that happened. I don't recommend that. I do want to move that stupid thing though.
What thing? Oh,
that guy.
I don't recall anyone smoking when that fucker went off.
There was nobody in the house that actually smoked cigarettes. Are you?
Yeah, we gotta be quick. Real quick, sir. Last one.
And then we have to sneak. Probably have to go out the front door.
That's fine. Well, what do you rate the Fulton, by the way?
You know, it was a very typical IPA. I may even throw it in the category of if someone was hop curious. I don't think this is the most offensive as far as dry or bitter one. Mm-hmm. It'd be a good starting point. It's drinkable. Would I get it again? If the price was right, it wasn't definitely that I didn't like it. And I didn't say this before because I didn't realize it till now. It is 6.7%, so it does have a little bit of ambition with it. He's like, it doesn't. I've already learned it doesn't matter. I'm not going to change his thoughts on this. I personally would probably give this a 7.5.
Wow, that's really comparable. I was going to say 7.5 to 8.
I almost thought about 8, but then I thought about some of the IPAs that I've had that were, say, 10s or 9.5s.
Yeah.
And there was a big separation, so I decided better step her back.
Yeah.
Step her back.
Step her back.
No, that was good. Thank you, Crazy Scotsman. And of course, before we did this, I did hit the
Refresh.
I hit the action button there, so I could find the naughty comments that had to get my approval. And
I
here,
love those.
the naughty comments.
Yep.
And there's only 3 people in the Two Hearted Ale Club. First in is J-Dog, Heart Club. J-Dog. The Real Cobra Burnout. Cheers to the Two Hearted Ale Clubbers. Cobra. I'm gonna need some help. If I have any volunteers hearing me say this, I'd like to have somebody on Locked and Loaded next Friday as opposed to a topic. I've got quite a few topics. Actually, Christine gave me a couple really good ones. I'm not sure if you can fill 2 hours with "Go Fuck Yourself," but it was an interesting topic. I'm just kidding. That wasn't the. Hey, go fuck yourself. Jolson, the Two Hearted Ale Club needs more sips.
Can't do the cowbell, but we can take a sip for you.
No, yeah, see, it's right there. Just pretend you hear it ringing. I could dub it in. Record cowbell. Just.
Oh, that'd be bad.
Or go like this. Never mind. I thought it was funny. Jolson, hi Matt.
Hi, Jolson.
Did I mention you were going to be here yesterday?
I probably did.
It's like, Jolson, are you in there? And Jolson, probably not going to be.
We're probably not going to be that, or going to last.
Yeah. Well, now if he was saying not going to be last, he might be wrong. I'm hitting the Stalker Steve button, but
That was only 1 minute ago.
Yep, Jolson stands as the last comment. I'm gonna actually bring this outside and probably grab one of those cigars from Peter, and maybe try a few shots out of the Mosin. Oh, we'd have to go with
back porch.
We'd have to go with the Grand first. So, okay, guys, cheers, and
Here, gentlemen.
you'll probably see this before Christine's show tonight. I don't even remember what the hell the topic is. I know the John was picking on me in the promo. So, see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.
Hasta luego.
The fuck does that even mean?